You good?
All right.
Oh, no, we got to intro it now?
Yeah, man.
I kind of like it when we have a conversation before we intro the pod.
All right. So, I feel like we should have spoke about that beforehand. Sometimes, like, there's certain guests that come and it's just like, all right, like, I feel like we got to, like, really do some shit. Jay Money's here. He's normally not here.
See, there we go.
So, like, when Jay Money's here, I just feel like I got to go above and beyond when I pod. You feel me?
I appreciate your presence, man. For sure, 1,000%.
Oh, no, he didn't know you was here either. So, I think Walt was busy. I don't know. Niggas still in training, so it's...
Isn't Walt Ramadan too? It's not his day off.
Is Walt Muslim? I don't know.
Is Walt Muslim?
Yo.
I just had to ask.
Yeah. Okay. That's why he's not here? Yo.
Oh, he's Muslim?
I don't know.
It's the first day of Ramadan.
Yeah, so man. Yo, Ramadan Mubarak, man. I don't even
know. Welcome to the episode of the IYKYK podcast, man. I am the most dangerous DJ Ian, with my co-host.
Scared Pop Brother Mike, StayBlessed. We in the building.
And we back, man. Welcome to another episode. Hope you guys are doing well. Third month of the year. We're moving. We're hustling. It's getting mad bipolar weather outside. It's cold one day. It's hot another. It's windy. There's a whole lot of random shit going on, but hope y'all good, man. Please take care of yourselves always. The podcast is always and will always be about you guys. With that being said, Mike, my brother, how are you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing, people? Nice to see y'all again. Life is lifing, razzling and dazzling, shaking and baking, moving and grooving. So I'm good.
I walk off Asia. Why?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. But I'm good. I'm in a good mood. Can't complain. Life sucks, but
ouch.
Therapy is teaching me some shit, man. I learned the other day that, comparison is a thief of joy. But I learned it. I always hear it, but I finally learned it. That comparison is the thief of joy. So if you're out there right now and you compare yourself to what you want to be, don't do that. You're not going to be happy in life. But I'm good.
That's a fire slogan.
Well, that's...
I like that slogan, yeah.
Get that tattoo on my stomach or something.
Yeah, that's a fire slogan.
A tramp stamp or something, bro.
Aye.
Nah, but I'm really happy. We have a very, very, very special guest in the building today. Friend of the show. Y'all have seen him here a couple times, I think, at this point. Or maybe just once, I'm not sure. But you've definitely heard of him.
3 years ago, I think, he was here.
You've heard of him on numerous occasions. Part of the one of the most popular podcasts out in the city at that point in time. Then they ran into some real niggas and just realized it just wasn't worth it anymore. Yo, it's funny. You probably wasn't watching, but nigga Eon said last year, yo, we made these niggas start coaching.
Wow.
I'm snitching. Fuck it, I don't care, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's live and direct all 2024, man.
I thought we was gonna have a wholesome pod.
Nah, that's crazy.
Here we go.
My guest, please introduce yourself, please.
I'm Coach Mac. All right. Kind of a new, not really new, but to this space is kind of new. Formerly known as DJ Train, from the IYKYK podcast, Upper Echelon Entertainment. Yeah, man, it's been a while since I've podded, period. And it's definitely been even longer since I've been a guest on a podcast.
Yes.
So this is kind of like refreshing to me, new. I'm happy to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me up here. Came from Jersey, 2-hour commute. Yeah, man, it should be pretty good. I'm curious to hear topics we got for today.
Now we actually got a very heavy docket.
Heavy docket. So
I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. Yeah, man. So let me know.
Just want to say that you said it's been a while, but you're doing very well so far, man. You haven't missed
Thanks,
a beat.
Man.
Haven't missed a beat.
It used to be so natural before. Like we used to get into the studio and just just start flowing with it. Now it's kind of like, oh shit, do I talk here? Do I let them talk here? How am I as a guest?
Yeah, this is our shit. You feel me? Like,
yeah, right.
This is our shit. This is our shit.
Nah. Yo, before we get started, man, I want to shout out my brother, Lou, formerly known as DJ Skills, now known as Coach Pierre. Yeah, like Eon said a couple pods ago, we ran into some real niggas and now niggas is coaching it back to the youth. So That's where we're at in life right now, man.
We gotta get Coach Feedback on here too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's a change man as well.
But y'all schedules be busy, so like football, basketball.
Yo,
you guys, how does it? No, we're gonna get right into it, man. Like you're Coach Mac, man. DJ, formerly known as DJ Train, Coach Mac. How has that transition from DJing to coaching been like how's it been so far, man? Like, do you miss DJing? Are you enjoying coaching more? Tell us about it, man. Tell us about the new Train.
I miss DJing. Yeah. I was playing music off my phone at a basketball game like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Had the crowd rocking. And I'm like, damn, I kind of miss this feeling of playing music and kind of having a layout and sequence of the music that I know is going to hit at the right times and when to play it and how the crowd is going to react. Pausing the song or turn down the volume, letting the crowd sing along with the song. So yeah, I definitely miss DJing. Up until maybe like 2 months ago, I started missing actually DJing. Before I didn't miss it at all. The transition has been really well. Being in a relationship is more conducive to do what I'm doing now rather than being in a relationship. Wanting to start a family, wanting to get engaged, get married. This lane is more safe. It's more happy for myself, more happy for my significant other. But yeah, of course I do miss I miss DJ. I was gonna buy a turntable set, but I ain't gonna have no time to even like mess with it. You know?
Is the life that you're describing you're living now, right? Like, is the second part of that on the table at the moment? Because
second part of what?
Second part of like the life you're living, right? So having a relationship, thinking about marriage, kids, all that.
Family,
generational wealth. Not the Train that I, know.
Yeah.
This ain't the Train from.
Yeah, man. I've been seeing a therapist. Lately.
Shout out to all black men seeking therapy.
Yeah, definitely. It's therapy is not to look down upon.
Never.
I told my grandma, I said, she said, "Where you coming from?" I said, "I'm coming from my therapist. I went to go see my therapist." She was like, "Is everything all right? Like, you suicidal?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not. I'm not suicidal. Nothing like that. I'm good. I'm just."
That's what they always ask. Right?
Yeah, I'm just going to see a therapist.
Why is that always the first question?
Yeah, like I'm perfectly fine. I initially went to start seeking therapy for just commitment and being able to like settle down. Instead of just like, it's crazy. On one of the last pods we did with the Real is Real podcast,
Shout out Real is Real.
I said that Instagram was my worst enemy.
Mm-hmm. On
Instagram, and you're just seeing like just women after women, and it was like kind of toxic. Actually, the account that I have, the Train_UE account, I may have it for another month. I'm giving myself a hard date to just delete it. My therapist said that was a great idea of moving forward on becoming like just more wholesome. Man.
Wow.
She see this. Wow. My therapist and yeah. Wow. But yeah.
She looking at this like,
Yeah. Nah, it's toxic, man. And I think I expressed this to her as well, that I'll become a better boyfriend if I just delete it. I'll become a better boyfriend. Oh yeah, for sure.
Really?
I'll be more focused, man. It's too much. It's too much on Instagram, on that account. Now I have other accounts that I use on social media that's totally different from what I see on that account. Like I see on my Coach Mac account, just sports shit. Football, basketball, soccer, just all sports. And I'm just like, damn, like it shows the difference in between accounts. Mm-hmm. I go back to the Train_UE account, as soon as it pops up.
BBL.
Yeah, just bathing suits. It's bad.
A lot of cheeks.
But the transition has been.
What?
Are you snitching on my man?
No. Because the same. No, I'm not gonna hold you. The same shit was the same with my account. And I had to do a lot of the algorithm. I had to do a lot of changing, bro. Because I don't really want to see that. It's
a lot.
It's exhausting. It gets exhausting. And this
my
is
Explore
nothing.
Page got baseball and battle rap.
Word? Battle rap?
No booties and,
Yeah.
and boobies.
I'm trying to get there, but again, just being transparent, nigga, this is years of
Yeah.
running the streets. Like, this is years of me on Ocean Drive in Miami Beach asking, yo, what's your grab? What's your grab? What's your no? What's your grab? What's your...
And them
I mean,
nights.
I'm averaging 80 girls a day asking what's your... And sadly, I'm still attached to these women.
Yeah.
It's 6 years. I haven't been in Miami Beach for spring break in
Just
6 years.
Just remember, she's still watching this episode.
Yeah, I
right?
know,
She's still
I know.
She's still listening.
I had to get this shit off my chest. Either she was going to hear it from me, because that conversation between me and her, I don't know if she wants to hear that directly. So if she hears it of me talking to you guys,
It's like
but
a,
it might
a
come
starter
off.
point.
Yeah, it might come off a little less harsh.
Sometimes women need to hear that though. You know why? Because like it allows them to appreciate you more.
OD,
right?
it's growth.
Yeah, and it's not like to sound misogynistic, like yo, we're prized and y'all lucky to have us. But it's more like,
Remember, it's women's month.
like we are different people. Like we used to be different people,
Right.
Right, or we still are them niggas in some way, shape, or
Yo,
form.
for sure.
So the fact that I'm choosing to stay on this straight and narrow
OD.
for you, like.
When the streets be calling your name all the time.
Yo, and I gotta give it up to you. I gotta give it up to Dave.
Shout out Theo the Great.
It's your friend group plays a major part in your decision making. It sound crazy. It sound crazy, but just attending weddings, attending baby showers puts you in a mindset of, all right, this is where you are in life. You know, if I had a friend group that was like, and I still have my friends group that's still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know who you are. But if I still had a friend group that was still, you know, popping bottles, clubbing, hookah, drinks, like, what's the next flex? You know what I'm saying? If I still had that friend group, I'll still be chasing that lifestyle. Just the whole, like, me and homegirl sitting talking about the Puerto Rico trip.
Yeah.
Vibe, like, yeah, man. So coaching aligned with that lifestyle. The DJ train lifestyle, super toxic, super fun. Super fun.
Hey, being honest.
Super fun, man. And if I had to give somebody advice, and you can enjoy, but there's a cutoff time for everything. And I feel like when I turned 30, I was like, all right, bro, like, you gotta chill the fuck out. And just tighten up.
Speak to you mentioned friends, right? So once you're doing that transition, you do, unfortunately, sometimes you have friends that still stay in the previous life, right? So speak to your friends that you still have, and also speak to the friends that you probably might have lost along the way. You don't got to give names, but you know, what's that like?
Everybody timing is different.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer of not rushing anyone's time. So if you want to party till 35, there's no, just because I'm saying 30 is a cutoff, that's just for me.
Mm-hmm.
People could party up until 40, 45, 50 years old. I mean, whatever works for them, you know what I'm saying, is going to work for them. So I still keep in contact with my friends that still live that lifestyle. Those are still my homies. But when I'm having game nights and stuff like that, that's kind of more wholesome like, that's probably not their speed. And, you know, I haven't gotten around to it, but I plan on, if they're having like a birthday event, or if they're doing something for their birthday in a club, I'll go to the club. I haven't been to a club. Yeah, bro.
Been a while.
I haven't been to a club in a long time, man.
It makes you feel better. Nothing has changed. It's the same shit.
We got to get into that too. But I haven't been to a club in a minute. For instance, I'm not even sure what he goes by now. People changing. So DJ Sick,
yeah,
he's kind of on the
Nah, I see
Yeah,
that.
You see what's going on?
Yeah.
I see that.
I see it too.
I see
Whoa.
That is a major, and I'm gonna need him on too eventually.
Whoa.
He has to come on soon.
He's kind of on this line right here where he's still trying to club and live a lit life, but then it's another part that he has to be a father, and that part is like pulling on him heavy. And just to see him go back and forth in between the two, me and him have, countless amount of conversations where I'm just like, just because you're a father don't mean you gotta stop clubbing, but just keep it to a minimum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a daughter, you have a girlfriend, someone who looks towards you for stability, for you to provide for them, for you to keep elevating in your life so you can elevate theirs as well.
And he's in law enforcement too. So
He's in law enforcement as well. So he's kind of on that, and he's around the same age where I kind of started to shy away from that nightlife. So I think he's at that point right now, and it's hurting him. It's hurting him that he can't make every party because he works overnights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a sacrifice of, you gotta pay the bills, you gotta provide for your family.
the priorities changed.
Yeah, totally.
I think the older you get, the scarier the concept of not making it home hits you, right? So here's one thing I realized: the older I started getting, every time I reach my crib, I thank God,
What?
do a little sign of the prayer. Shout out to my Catholics out there.
That shit is a blessing, bro.
Because the more and more you hear about these like little stupid death and shit, shooting, stabbings, whatever you want to call
Uber,
it.
the kid in the Uber.
Yeah.
You heard about the kid in the Uber? He was at the Barclays Center. He FaceTimed his mom, saying he's at the game, and then he FaceTimed his mom again, saying that he was in the Uber coming home. Nigga, the third FaceTime, he was FaceTiming his mom, telling his mom he was shot and that he needs help. Shit happened on St. Mark's in New York Avenue.
Yeah. I heard about that.
That's crazy, yo.
Somebody asked for a free cigarette at like a grocery store in the Heights, like a couple blocks away from my crib. And then Ock didn't give it to him. And then he went home, got a gun, came back, shot him. Point blank range. And the video is like on Facebook. You see like the brains out there on the street type shit, bro.
Man.
Yeah, saw that shit
And
too.
it's like, it's little stupid shit like that makes you realize, like, yo, life, you only get one.
Yo, for real.
It's so fragile. And like, the more you expose yourself to just these weirdos outdoors,
man.
bro, it's like, damn. So like, once you get older, I realize, like, damn, and not only just not making it home, but realize who you making it home to, right?
Yo, you got somebody at home, man.
Like, I got a wife
counting
right
on
now.
you to, that's counting on you to come home. She expecting you to be there.
Exactly. She's not even feeling the best right now, so she's waiting for me to come home with like some
man.
dinner or something like that, right? It's like, damn, if I leave this pod and go to X place, which we used to do a lot,
No, for sure.
you know, not saying that we won't do it in the future.
Yeah, nah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
just not as often.
yeah.
You just got to be like very careful with it, bro. You know, and it's just shit like that, bro. But one thing I do want to mention is seeing this train right now, right? Like I just want to commend. We are gonna get into some messy shit later. Don't worry, it's not all wholesome, right?
But I like this. This nice change.
Yeah, it's nice because you know we was there, bro. Like I was upstate with you, right?
Yo,
and I remember outside every weekend, different school, you know, after parties, all that stuff, bro. Like it was nonstop. It was like a high niggas was chasing.
Just want to give yourself. You should give yourself some props though. Y'all really ran upstate though. Both of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Y'all really ran
This
upstate.
guy.
so that's funny you say that. It's crazy how life kind of comes full circle. So now I have a nonprofit organization, basically just dealing with youth, using football as a tool to just have them progress in life. This is our 5th year, so we have about 2 classes that's in college, freshman and sophomore classes that's in college right now, and we have a couple kids that's on academic probation.
Really?
Yeah, and the conversation that I have to have with them, I let them know my college experience, and just try to see, like, I don't want to be a hypocrite. You know those older folks that be like, yo, just stop partying and just do school.
Yeah.
I can't be like that. So I just tell them, like, you know, you can have fun, but also knock out your schoolwork. And they found my train_UE Instagram page last year.
That's a big ass fucking heart attack. When students find the teacher's Instagram account,
screen recorded pretty nasty videos, screen recorded Miami spring break videos. So last year I pretty much, if you check my page now, it's like 11 posts. I basically cleaned everything out. And it's not that I'm trying to hide it from them, but I do want them to understand that there is a balance that comes with that kind of lifestyle. And that's another conversation I do want to have with my significant other is that, yeah, niggas was wildin'. Niggas was wildin'. I'm not gonna get, I get that from technique from Theo. I get that technique from Theo. Theo's the first person that I know that he would come to Cortland, we would have a crazy night, and he would go back to Mika and tell Mika.
Shout out to Theo and Mika, man.
What the fuck? That shit, like, it took me years. It took me years to understand that type of growth. Like, I can honestly say,
you can't do that with every woman. Like, you can't do that with every girl. Not every girl is like mentally equipped to handle knowing that they man was outside like that.
So the nigga told me that he brings Mika around the homie so much that if a conversation was to ever be brought up, he wanted her to know about it already. I'm like, yo. I never told it to him. I would never give him props about that. But nigga, son, you got some growth, bro. Like, you at that kind of level?
Or whipped.
Or whipped. I've been whipped. I've never been one to like talk like that. Like, I can't find myself to just talk like that, man. I want to get there. I'm still not there. I want to get there. And this is a good, that's why I'm saying all this stuff right now on this podcast. I just sent her the link. And be like, you know what I'm saying? You can find out like that.
This is everything I want to tell you.
You can find out like that.
And this is how we're going to.
Because I know the conversation ain't going to go that well with me actually telling you, like, yeah, we went to Cornell one night and, yeah, so like, that shit was crazy. And shit was crazy. You know, I can never have that conversation.
You can't have that conversation because, like I said, not everybody is mentally equipped to handle that conversation. Like, I probably, like, don't get me wrong, I didn't really do much to, like, go back to wifey and tell her in school, but, like, I would never do that. I would, before I finish with the first story, I'd get, like, a knife in my throat.
So, me too, probably.
Yeah, come on, bro, you know.
Me too, probably. Yeah, me too.
Nice little machete.
Yo, you had a floating bar.
I did.
That was mad random. Yo, we were sitting down the other night, this weekend, basically just going through weddings. And, you know, I brought up the conversation of maybe potentially in the next 2 years, maybe propose it, maybe. Like I said, I'm seeing my therapist, and maybe she can get me to the point of actually getting on one knee and actually proposing.
Let me know when you're ready, man. I got you.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit you up for a little assistance as far as definitely rings and stuff like that. But yeah, yo, you had a floating bar.
That's the oldest spot. I didn't ask for that. I was mad actually. Wifey was mad because there was a guy in front of the bar
doing tricks with a bottle.
Yeah, and he's talking about my wedding. Everybody for context.
Yeah, sorry, it's mad random.
Shout outs to what's the name of it? Sandcastle. Shout out to Sandcastle. Very beautiful wedding spot. If you're thinking about getting married, please let me know and I can refer you.
Very expensive.
I won't get shit for it was pricey as shit, but
you will not get a discount.
Well worth it. Staff is amazing. This is not an ad because they fucking
really
expensive
good,
as shit.
That was really good.
Yeah. But I did want to go a little bit into like, you know, more of the shit that you're doing, right? First, you're outside of potting. Like, you're out of potting, right? Do you still like keep up with certain pods?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm addicted to podcasts. It kind of like took over. Like, I don't watch cable. It's weird as hell. Like, I just sit and watch different. If I have downtime, or pretty much if I'm driving somewhere, I'm listening to a podcast. If I'm home, I'm watching a podcast. I could be driving, listening to a podcast, and go home and watch that same exact pod.
Oh, we know.
Just to see the visuals of the podcast. Honestly, I didn't think podcasting was gonna last this long. How long have you been doing it?
This is what, year 4?
Yeah, year 4, season 5.
Yeah,
Year 4. Yeah.
We didn't either, to be honest.
I didn't think podcasting was gonna last as long, and I feel like it's getting bigger and bigger, and I feel like companies are putting more money into podcasting.
Do you? I think the exact opposite.
Really?
I think the exact
Like
opposite.
DraftKings, FanDuel.
That's more.
That's
all
more
right.
advertisement though.
Well, they're putting money into podding though. Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
giving, you know what I'm saying?
I think what they're doing is, and Josh, you could have tested this because we're having this conversation that a lot of podcasters are like forming networks to promote each other. So that's what they're doing now. That's why the podcast scene is continuing.
Hold on,
to
who's? Well, I didn't get what you said.
like okay, so
like DraftKings is not a podcast.
No, it's not a podcast. It's a
business.
Yeah, it's a business. So they basically give ads. Like I'm giving you this much amount to promote this brand's certain amount of dollars.
So that's making your pod kind of lucrative.
Yeah, but what podcasts are doing before they got those deals is like they create networks. Like a podcast that I listen to religiously it's called Knicks Film School Podcast. I'm a Knicks fan. I have issues, yes, I know. But they're part of the Blue Wire Network, which is other sports podcasts. So you would hear an ad from their podcast, from a different podcast on their podcast. So like with these different podcasts.
Are they paying each other to do that?
No, they would just promote each other. That way everyone gets
expanded. So how do you monetize?
You could jump in anytime.
How do you monetize off of that?
It's sort of building based off of each other's fan bases,
like,
right? So
our audiences will like.
So you're basically getting money off the streams. Off streams? If you're getting more listeners, you're getting more money off of streams. I'm guessing that's how it works.
Yeah. So everything is numbers, right? So I think what Eon is talking to is let me give you an example, right? So let's say Real is Real wasn't retired by the IYKYK podcast, right? And y'all was still outside and recording.
Yeah. We would promote you guys on our pod. And y'all promote us on your pod.
Which is essentially what y'all was doing when we first started, right? Like we bought a fan base to y'all. Y'all bought a bigger fan base to us, and then we were able to just like benefit off of fan bases, and then that helped grow your numbers, it helped grow our numbers, and to that point, it's like, okay, now that we're growing our numbers, we can bring that to other places, right? And we can add another podcast into the network too, and
they would bring their fan base.
When did this start?
About maybe two and a half years ago.
Yeah, this is new to me.
Because like a lot of networks, like the Joe Budden network was supposed to do something like that too, right?
Yes. I mean, I believe they still do, but
this is new to me. But I never hear Joe Budden really shout out another pod.
Why would he?
I think they only really have one under them at this point.
Trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it used to be a couple.
Yeah.
A couple, but then they just started, doing their own.
So
thing.
You don't think it's a lucrative space?
No, I don't think podcasting is lucrative at all.
What about from funding from big businesses?
I think the group of podcasts that can afford sponsorships from a DraftKings, from a Prize Picks.
Well, not. Let's go smaller. Let's go smaller.
Those smaller ones are not going to get those.
No. I'm saying let's go smaller businesses. GoDaddy? No, not GoDaddy. What's the beer?
Bud Light.
Red and white beer can. It's on the Pivot. The Pivot used to mess with them. All right, let's go. Forget that one. What's the shit Gillian used to talk about? It used to make you last longer in bed.
Oh, Blue Chew.
It's Blue
Chew.
Oh, Blue Chew.
Yeah, it's Blue Chew.
Yeah, why you know about that shit so fast, bro?
Chick promotes that shit all the time on Instagram.
And Manscaped. Manscaped was in there.
That too.
So I'm talking about smaller companies like that connecting with pods, paying pods.
How much money is really in that? And even that, like,
it depends on.
If you look at the amount of podcasts that have a deal right now or get sponsorships, that compared to the actual landscape of people podcasting, period, it's like a very, very small percentage. Like you have to, I don't say you have to do a lot, but you have to do a good amount to even get on somebody like that radar. And what type of real money is in that? If
I'm thinking like thousands of dollars per promotion. What do you think?
Per promotion?
Per promotion, yeah.
All of that is based off numbers. You have to bring the numbers to them.
Well, yeah, definitely. You have to bring numbers to them, and then they're gonna pay you. I'm thinking thousands of dollars. So I thought. So my idea of where podcasting is right now is you can get money through streams, through views, through ads, and then putting content behind a paywall, like Patreon.
So now that is contingent on building up an audience that
And touring and shows. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. Well, Rory and Maul still go on a tour, and they have a decent fan base. But of course, you could probably start small, and then just build off of your smaller shows. I feel like it's mad avenues.
Jump in anytime, J Money. Jump in anytime.
Yeah, I'm bugging. Let me know.
he's trying to input his mic.
Sorry, I didn't mic myself.
Are we live?
Yeah, we live now.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, all right, cool.
We're back.
You need another clap? No?
Yeah, give me another clap. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that myself later, which I'm annoyed about.
Sorry, man.
Sorry. No, I'm mad at me. I'm mad at me.
Don't be mad. Listen, I had to edit some shit out last week from our last episode. We're gonna get to that later, man.
I would say you're both kind of right and you're both wrong for a couple of reasons. Mike, I would say Mike, you're more right for the independent podcaster. It's not that what's it called? The last 2 years, there's been a lot of big money that's gone away from podcasting, but not in every single sector. So, for example, sports podcasts like Eon was talking about, that's been flooded with a lot of gambling money, and they've been able to pay the bigger podcasters that you know, and podcasts that were independent that had audiences of their own.
Right.
For example, like who's the one that signed with Meadowlark? The one with Matt Barnes and
All the Smoke.
All the
Yellow
Smoke.
Smoke. Yeah, like they had a good following on their own, but they also were known people before that.
Exactly.
I would say this is a great time. I still think it's a great time for podcasting, and I know I'm a bit biased because I own a podcasting studio saying this shit, so I understand how someone is going to be like, of course he's going to say that. But I say all that to say that for anybody out there watching and listening that owns a podcast or is looking at getting to podcasting and trying to figure out the whole monetization thing, there are many ways to monetize. I mean, you guys named a lot of them. You guys crowdfunding, which is like Patreon. People do Kickstarter, and then there's other things similar to Patreon. What's it called? You can obviously there's sponsors and stuff like that, but there are smaller sponsors that you can get that people don't seem to understand.
Even like local businesses, right?
I always tell people this. I'm like, look, if you're an independent podcaster and you're not like a super well-known entity, but you know that, but you can see that your podcast has been growing, you've been building it brick by brick, you've been selling the mixtapes out the trunk. Like if you've been doing that, you can't, what's it called? All you need to do is go after somebody I would call like a mid-tier sponsor, somebody like a local business that has a local business or even an online business that you can tell, you know, they're doing well, like at least from what you could tell, like either maybe they have multiple locations or maybe you've seen their ads pop up a whole lot. That means they have some marketing dollars. So but it's all about leveraging what you have to offer. You know, sometimes you have more to offer than just your audience. Sometimes sometimes there might not be a ton of people tuning into you, but there could be a lot of people that you have as an Instagram following, for example, and that's what you sort of lead with. It'd be like, hey, we might not have the biggest following in terms of our podcast because maybe we're brand new, but if we have if you have a large Instagram following or a large social media following, leverage that. Be like, hey, we'll do ads on the podcast, but then we'll also do ads on our social media pages. Maybe you know somebody in your network that would be a benefit to that that potential sponsor. You could it's just about leveraging whatever you got. But there's many ways to monetize out here now. But yeah, the landscape is, I would say a lot of big money has pulled back because they threw so much money into podcasting that I think they did it without really thinking about what their return on investment would be. They're just like, this thing is blowing up. And the thing is, it's still growing.
The podcasting space
is still, it's still growing. The problem, I think the problem is that, or not even so much the problem, it's like, when a market gets so hot that it needs to go back down to what it's supposed to be. I think
Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Nah, we're going to the moon, baby. Shout out Doge.
Yeah, but it's like they were going to the moon with no plan. And I think, and that's what I think. That's what I think. A lot of people, a lot of big money that put money into podcasting did. They went to the moon with no plan for return on investment.
But there's a lot of podcasts that that's successful without the big names.
Yeah,
like I don't think
no, dude, you can be there are many podcasters that are successful. You don't necessarily need to be a big name. Like we have plenty of independent podcasts that record here that have the type of sponsors that I'm talking about,
right.
and enough from crowdfunding and Patreon and stuff like that to completely fully pay for their production costs. I was just sorry, I'm taking over the pod, but like I'm just saying. I always just tell people, look, you got to take, if you're an independent podcaster and you're not necessarily well known for something yet and you're building it from the ground up, you need to take a multi-pronged approach. Like you need to take a multi-pronged approach. Like you need to, yes, be looking for sponsors, but be realistic. Don't go after Coca-Cola. Go after a small local business. Support ask your friend. And then and then you just be reasonable about your sponsor rates. You're not going to ask them for $1,000. You might ask them for, let's say, $100 or something. Yeah, $100. If you got a business like StayBlessed, you can promote your own business on your podcast. You could do that. But yeah, there's many, many ways to be out here monetizing. Obviously with YouTube, but obviously that takes some time. You got to build the audience and stuff like that. But there's many different ways. I mean, and then there's also Instagramming. There's monetization through the social media feeds. Like Instagram has its own stuff now. YouTube has its own. You can monetize off YouTube Shorts now. So there's many, many things you can do. It's just don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I would say. Try to take a multi-pronged approach and just be realistic about stuff too.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I kind of wish the camera was facing your direction because this would have been a really good bit to put on the page.
Yeah, that was really good.
Because you gave out a lot of information, a lot of gems.
Yeah, they got to watch this.
Yeah, they do. We're going to chop it up.
They got to watch this to hear it, man. Shout out to J Money.
Yeah, J Money always with the knowledge.
I'll be doing a webinar soon about monetization.
Be Heard Volume 1 out right now. Make sure you tune in if you want to really learn how to be a prominent podcaster in this bad boy. You feel me?
This business while it's still expanding. All right, so let's transition back because we went from train. We haven't really spoken much about you coaching. You're.
Hey, I had one last question. I just want
to.
What happened to Real is Real?
We could talk about that.
We're gonna go into the. I just want to know before we end the chapter on podcasting, what happened to the Real is Real podcast?
Man, it became a task for one to just record. We did about.
Could have came here.
6 episodes. No, we did about 6 episodes with just me and Lou. No Dave. You know, Dave still is living in Georgia. We had an opportunity to actually produce and potentially get revenue from the pod, but we just weren't consistent. And we couldn't be consistent. We tried to just do it without Dave. That didn't work.
Have you ever thought about doing the Zoom route or going?
We did the Zoom route during that shit was horrible. We did the Zoom route during
COVID.
Yeah. We did the Zoom route during COVID. That shit was horrible. I mean, just speaking from your house and it's something about being in the same room as your co-host and as if you have guests on. It just makes it a lot better.
And the technology behind potting from 3 different rooms and because we did the same shit.
It's tough. It's working for Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson.
Yeah, but that's more of like a live feed type.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I always watch the playback. I never watch the actual live.
That's the same thing as like First Take or whatever. Like different people in different places. So that's not easy, but they have the money and the production to do it.
And it sounds good too, surprisingly.
Yo, we was just recording on regular mics.
OD, my computer mic.
Yeah. And then like just send the audio over to Jig and Jig would try to upload and some niggas' Wi-Fi was working. My mom in the background yelling and shit. Eon got a fucking whatever.
Hey.
Eon got the next game in the background. It's like, damn, man. Like,
to be quiet.
It's tough, man. That was tough. I brought it up recently about bringing the Real is Real podcast back. I wanted to
do a send off or like to continue the season.
Just do a episode.
Sorry.
Just kind of getting everything out. I wanted to do it in Atlanta. We was all down in Atlanta at the same time. I wanted to book a studio in Atlanta
was trash.
Nah, man, the studio in Atlanta is like $325 an hour. I don't want to give my man no ideas.
Just
Yo, that shit was crazy, yo. Yo, the shit was crazy, yo.
I already have ideas about Atlanta.
yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I got to the point of looking up about 2 or 3 studios that we can go to and record. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, $220 an hour, $250 an hour, $325 an hour. I'm like, what the fuck are they like?
I'm dropping the mixtape. Goddamn.
What are they supplying us though? That was my I called one of them. I'm like, yo, are you about to have like strippers in the spot? Like, you have entertainment for us or something?
That's Atlanta. I don't know what type of strippers.
Yeah. So we I mean, of course we ain't go that route, man. But yeah, I'm not necessarily done with podcasting. Like I said, I do miss it. I definitely want to get back into the space, and I'm just making sure I got all my boxes checked before I dive back in.
Was that deal ever real?
Wow.
Define real.
Was that a real deal y'all niggas had on the table? See?
Define real.
Y'all just left and never answered that question.
Define real.
Was it a real deal?
Was there money going
into
your pocket?
That's a better question.
Was there money coming into your pocket through that deal?
No. There could have been money coming into your pocket. But what y'all were advertising was some crazy money, and I was happy for y'all. Was that a real deal?
We didn't see any. The deal?
Violence.
No.
We didn't have an
No.
We only have an hour.
No. Yeah. So
was that a fake article?
What were the details of this deal for the people that don't know?
No, I was gonna get into it. Don't worry about. I was gonna get into it. So
I think it was like
Can I just please?
You know it?
Yeah. I remember because I hit up Eon immediately.
Yeah.
Also hate. Some hate. Also hate.
So we chilling, I'm on IG. I see Real is Real podcast signed for.
Well, I see BBL. Then I see Real is Real.
Nigga's crazy, son. I see Real is Real podcast signed deal for 350 bands.
That's how much it was?
That's how you know when niggas is lying, right? Yo. I immediately hit the screenshot, hit Eon. I say,
yo. So let me tell you.
That's a fake ass article.
Yo, let me tell you the idea behind that. Now we can clear it up now. Dave don't care. Lou don't get mad at me. This was the idea that I came up with. Me and Lou was trying to find out how to spike numbers. So I said, Lou, why don't we just make a fake article, put the shit out, get the engagement, and then start putting content behind it. Of course, Lou is just like, nah, fuck out of here. Like, nah, let's not do that, this and that, or blah. I eventually talked him into it. We got Dave on the line. Dave didn't really care. The nigga like, yo, where we gonna get an article from? And I'm like, yo, maybe a week or two before that, Rory and Maul posted their article saying that they signed for, I forgot the numbers or whatever like that. But anyway, all we did was take that picture and have our graphic designer just revamp the whole shit. Now, in my defense, Lou's gonna kill me for this. In my defense, it worked. It worked.
There was a lot of engagement.
The engagement, if you look at the episodes behind that post,
yes, sir.
Thousands on YouTube. I'm like, Lou. He's like, yo, let's put out that we're lying. I said, you fucking crazy. You crazy. He was like, how long are we going to keep up with this? I said, until niggas catch us. Yo, until we get caught.
I caught y'all niggas the first
until
day,
we get caught. And I think only one person actually said, somebody fucking wrote me and said, can you send me the contract? Like, what the fuck would I send you? I'm like, yo.
Was he an attorney or some shit?
No, it's like a regular nigga from elementary. He like, yo, send me the contract that you just signed and shit. I forgot to even we used a platform like Patreon that does the same thing Patreon does, basically. Yeah, man. So
I should look up the artist, the writer of the article. It's actually a real person.
It was a real art. It was definitely a real person.
It was a real artist.
The graphic designer did a really good job, man. He did a really good job. Another question which we never got asked, which was so surprising, was where's the link? Nobody ever asked for the actual link of the pod.
It's because niggas don't read, bro.
Because niggas also knew that there was no link, bro. Like
niggas didn't know.
I
It was probably a handful of niggas out there that actually. Damn, son, when we posted that shit, my DMs was buzzing.
I know.
Chicks thought I came into a major bag, son.
The BBLs came back, bro.
Yo.
The streets were calling heavy that
I gotta call Lou. Tonight. Yo, Chicks thought we came into a major bag, man. I mean, my phone was blowing up. Hey, stranger.
Okay, big head.
Yo.
Still in Miami.
Yo,
yeah, man. Yo. It was a tactic. That's why we were just talking about the whole podcasting thing. We were trying to figure out ways. We like, yo, this is at that point we was at year like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Yo.
And we're like, yo, what the fuck? So like,
I ain't gonna hold you. That day I questioned our friendship. You know?
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, yo, why am I hating so much on my nigga? Like, why am I going to make sure that this article is fake, son? Listen, y'all, look, hate is not always bad.
Yeah.
It's not always bad. Sometimes you gotta expose some bullshit.
Nah, hate is high sometimes. I would said that.
It's not always bad. Sometimes you gotta expose some bullshit, man. I sat back and I said, okay, yeah. One of these days.
I mean, it's a tactic that works.
Yeah, I'm glad we was able to.
In his defense, like, J Money didn't drop the bits yet. So
it worked.
Lou's gonna be upset that I just.
It made me step my shit up. We had to step our shit up for that.
Bro, we changed. That's another thing. Everything kind of happened like simultaneously. We went to the new studio. Mm-hmm. Bro, that studio was expensive as hell.
I can imagine, son.
Nice. So we like, yo, nigga, we gonna present this new studio. It's gonna look like we came into a serious bag. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it going. And niggas pockets start hurting. Niggas paying like $250 a week. Or we was doing every other week. It became like
stop giving J Money numbers, bro. Like, please,
you're giving him ideas.
Stop giving him numbers.
Yo, it became a heavy ass bill. Like
we my God.
Like honestly, we could have all been financing a decent car. The way we was paying for fucking podcasting, bro.
Yo, it should get pricey, bro.
Yo, OG.
It should get pricey.
So yeah, man. Lou, I'm sorry.
Yo, this shit get pricey, man. And then you keep giving this man higher numbers.
How to start a podcast.
Yo.
With Coach Mac.
Yo.
Shout out to that studio for making bread, though.
Out to them, man.
Yo. And they went up on their prices, man.
Train, please.
All right, Coach Mac, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, he might have the ideas in his head.
We got to get the mail as soon as we leave, man. Our prices went up.
And this is look, sometimes, and feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, J Money. Sometimes I feel like J Money wants to raise his prices, but then he realized maybe I might lose some clientele, and I don't want to do that.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. If you're saying that that the podcasting space is on a downward slope, how are podcasting studios on an upward rise with pricing?
Inflation is high.
That's what I'm saying. So how you, if all right, so like say when businesses go out of business, they start having wild sales, half price on this, whole store 50% off.
Tax write off, right?
No, well they need the business to come in because they don't want to completely go out of business. If podcasting, now think about it, if podcasting was struggling, J Money will have a 50% off discount for the month of June or whatever slow month he has. Yo,
50%.
Send the email out. 20%.
I would never do such a thing.
Well, I'm just saying, if business was struggling and he has a down month, let's say his down month is February.
I find more clients. I don't give discounts. That's what I would do.
If you can find more, that's what I'm saying.
Just keeping it a stack.
The space, like even now, I'm not rapping or anything, but I have my little cousin who's rapping, and I booked him some studio time. Studio time cheap as hell.
Yeah, facts.
Two different things, though.
But at a point in time in life, people were struggling to pay for studio time.
Yeah.
So I say that to say, you can see how podcasting, that kind of space is as far as studio time for podcasting, and we see where music at. And if you want to book a studio to play a song down, that shouldn't cost no bread.
We don't have another. Do you have another session after this?
No, we can go over by another 10 minutes or so.
All right,
Where we at right now?
Invoice me for like maybe another half hour.
Damn, where we at? Where we at?
I think we got like another 10 minutes.
All right, cool. All right.
And then, but then
We
like
have a lot to talk about.
we got like other shit.
All right. Yeah. I thought we said
If you don't mind,
We're okay.
I will take the invoice. I will gladly StayBlessedWorldwide@gmail.com. StayBlessedWorldwide.com, y'all, for all y'all Stay Blessed.
Man, use his actual email this time. He means it.
Now, listen, because it's shit that I know Eon want to get to some shit. I'm like, damn, I know we coming up on time.
I know we was
feel
that.
Yeah, because sometimes the convo just flows.
We have a lot to talk about, man.
You feel me? Eon did want to talk about transition into like a business owner, into coaching.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I stopped my sunshine. My fault, bro.
Nah, you're fine, man.
Nah,
Just
that's-
that there's a lot of history around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
man.
guys know each other for almost over a decade now.
Time is going, man. That's
over a
crazy.
decade. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Over a decade, man. 10 years, 11 years at this point, I think. And then we still didn't even. Yeah, man. I'm happy. I'm actually happy that you said that. So for all of our, wonderful, you good fans, a couple episodes ago, Jay Money asked me a question about meeting one of my, wife's male friends for the first time, and that situation not necessarily going the most cordial, right? And so, you feel me? And so, go back to listen to it. I think it was happy ending, but I talked about how I didn't really know this nigga, and then when we met at a Halloween party, I was drunk, and like
That was a Halloween party?
yeah, I'll never forget that shit.
Yo, how old were you at the time?
I was 18.
Wow,
was
son.
18.
Oh, that changes it for me. I forgot. I thought you was like 27.
I thought I was a freshman in high school. I mean, a freshman in college.
That's crazy. You was 18, bro.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. I mean, in college. Why I keep saying fucking high school? I miss Banneker, man. But yeah, so if y'all haven't guessed it right now, so Train was the nigga. Train was the nigga.
Oh, that's funny.
Yo,
Train was the guy.
that's crazy, man.
I told you knew him.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell.
Wait, so Sosa knew Train before you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met him through Sosa.
OD, yo.
You just stole him from Sosa?
I wouldn't say
Wait,
all of
pause.
that.
My
I
bad.
didn't. I wouldn't say.
Oh,
I came out wrong.
I wouldn't say all of that.
yo, so
That's wrong on a lot of levels.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, my bad.
crazy thing.
I haven't talked much this episode. That's what it is. I'm trying to get back in.
Sosa was saying that, my boyfriend like a little crazy. So I'm
I believe it too.
I'm like,
wild in that, yeah.
so backstory to that, I transferred up there. So when I got up to Cortland, I was probably already, that year was 2013.
13.
So at that time, I might have been 22, like 22, 23 at the time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I don't know how.
Something like that. How you know?
I'm 28. 28. About to be 29.
20, I was 21, 22,
Yeah,
22.
20.
Yeah. So we was hanging out random. She's like, my boyfriend's crazy. And I'm like, wait, where's he? Is he here? And there's a group of people. There's a group of people that was there. I'm like, is he here? She's like, yeah. If he says something to you, ignore him. So I'm like, what? So I'm chilling. I'm with one of my boys that I met up there. And he's asking me, yo, it's a problem? I'm like, nah, ain't no problem. Just like you just said that boyfriend crazy, whatever. This dude comes up to me. He's like, yo, you know Sosa? I'm like, all right. This is the nigga. This is him. So
This is him.
I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh boy. All right. I'm like, yeah. He was like something to the fact of, yo, ain't no funny shit going on, right? I'm like, hold on. So where are we, son? Yo, where are we? He's going on.
Shit.
I'm like at the point where it's like, all right, we want to fight right now. I didn't say much. I didn't get to, like, it wasn't a back and forth between me and him. I wasn't really saying much. He was getting out everything that he needed to get out. And I'm like, and then he walks away. And then maybe 2 minutes later, Sosa's like, yo, what he say to you? I'm like, nah, we cool as shit. I'm like, yo, nah, we cool as shit. Yo, I'm talking to my man. I'm like, yo, this nigga crazy. I'm like, yo, homeboy crazy, yo. Yo, he's not. I didn't say nothing to him.
Nuts.
I'm like, yo, we good. He like, nah, nigga, let me know now. I'm like, nigga, is this nigga nuts, bro?
Were you drunk?
I was mad.
OD.
I was
There we
drunk
go.
as
Yeah,
shit.
OD.
I was
OD.
drunk as shit. It's funny because I look back on that and I like you get embarrassed because it's like, damn, bro.
You know, we was only 35 minutes into the party. It wasn't like
the lights
we
are
was
still on.
nigga. It wasn't like we was. The shit had just started. The party had just started. After the conversation, I want to say another 2 hours went past. Like, we was not deep into the party. Like, he had to really come there super lit.
That was nice.
And at that time, it's crazy because me and Lou linked up a little later. But at that time, I didn't even know Lou. So I told Lou, when we finally linked up, me and Lou went to elementary school together. I'm like, yo, I hang out with like these group of girls. One of the girls' boyfriend crazy as hell, bro. He like, nah, you lying. I'm like, nah, you gonna meet him. And I guess he met Mike. And I don't know if Mike gave him like a bit of a mean kind of introduction. But I'm like, yo, I think that nigga cool as shit. But the nigga a little bit on edge.
Didn't you close the door in his hand or some shit?
I broke that nigga hand first time we met.
Word? In the car somewhere. I remember that. I remember that actually.
And these are my mans now. Like, yo,
Yeah, I remember that actually.
I almost fought this nigga. I almost broke Skill's hand. I'm
I
like,
remember
oh
that.
shit.
How are y'all still friends?
I don't
I
know.
remember that. son.
How
Yo.
y'all still friends now?
Sometimes as a nigga, you gotta have grace.
If you broke my hand, man.
You gotta have grace. I look back on it now,
I
bro.
remember that.
Y'all niggas might have had pity on me. Like, this might be a pity friendship. This is a friendship, yo. This nigga a little mental.
Nah.
Let me just make sure we good.
Put him under my wing.
Let me know let me calm him down. Get this nigga some Ritalin or something like that. But this nigga's psycho.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't want to serious us out. The growth you've had since then, though, I didn't know you was 18 at the time. But it makes sense. Nah, it definitely makes sense. Like, nah, the growth from then, even till like your senior year at Cortland was crazy. Like, that was a crazy, like,
That was wild in Cortland, man.
that was a crazy jump, man. Wow. Now you held a Martin Luther King pep rally or some shit like that, where you had like 80 people following you and you had your fist up.
It's
And
a little more than 80 people, but you know.
no, probably yeah. That shit was
I'm
wow.
gonna put some respect on BSU, dog. Shout out to BSU. School upstate. Yeah. But sometimes you gotta like understand where you've been to really appreciate where you've been, where you're going.
Word.
I was fresh in school, didn't really, I was on edge, bro.
Yeah,
Wanna
you
prove
came up on
myself.
hots. Yeah.
So, I think, off mic, I probably apologize for that ordeal a couple times, but it's always funny to just look back on it and be like, damn, that shit really happened. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But I was nuts, J Money. Listen, man, if anybody goes to school with your girl, don't be like me.
Nah, that was crazy.
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong? I was wrong. Never mind.
Kind of.
I was wrong. Kind of
try to.
Yo,
start
he
fights.
never approached my man Danny like that either though. Him and Danny hit it off like day one type shit.
I think he was Spanish. That's my nigga, son.
Oh, he's Honduran too.
Yeah.
That's my nigga, son. Yo, that's crazy. He was
Why be finna link up, man?
Yo, yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yo, nah, that's damn, man.
That's crazy.
Sometimes I look back on Cortland, I be like, shit, bro. Like, I used to be wild. Like,
This needs a part two.
the brawls, the fights.
Yeah,
like, damn, bro.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
times. Good times.
I'm gonna give y'all story time. I'm gonna give y'all a story, another story one day, man. But it used to be bad up there. It used to be bad. Watch more episodes
It
to
was
find
fun
out
watching
more.
you guys work. That's
Nah,
what I'm saying.
man.
It was fun watching you guys win.
Yeah, you came up there?
I was up there a couple times, man.
Word?
Yeah, I've actually met you when you were DJing in Core Union. That's where I actually
In Corey?
officially met you. Yeah.
Upstairs?
That's where I officially met you.
Yeah.
Came with a light skin girl.
You came with a license, Jordan?
Yeah.
That shit was love, too.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah. It was a good time. It was a good time up there.
Yeah.
It was a good time, man. Present day.
Present day. Oh my God.
Present day, man.
Damn, I really wanted to get into more of your nonprofit, you coaching. You officially became an offensive coordinator. Can we get into that, man?
We could definitely get into that.
We just need to part 2 now.
Before that, I'm just going to touch on this really quick.
You might have to invoice me too, Jay.
You guys are fun. Just
You might
keep.
have to invoice me too.
You guys are fun.
It's going to be really quick. Before we get into that, definitely in a part of the shift from DJ train to coaching, we had opened up the shop, right? I want to speak on that. I never spoke on that actually.
Shout out to All Star Cuts, man.
Yo, so at the time, I'm not sure. Or I had moved out of my mother's house and I had moved into an apartment on Kings Highway. For some reason, I know what it was. I don't know if I can say that on airways. Fucking come get me. Come get me. Let's do IRS.
Come get me, IRS.
Come get me, IRS.
That's actually one person you don't want to come after.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. RS is the
I was getting paid from my job and unemployment, right? So I was probably, and then everything shut down, so I had nothing to spend money on. Had like a good amount of money saved up, and I'm like, fuck it, I want to flip this bread. At the time, and that's what I'm saying, just like living, learning. The business plan that I had put in place sounded good on paper, but I don't see me working with people on a day-to-day basis ever again. That shit was just that shit was a lot. I can't see me doing that.
Can you tell us about the moment when you realized that your business, which was a barbershop and a beauty salon?
Right, sorry, I get no backstory on that.
Yeah. So
we had a barbershop and a barbershop and beauty salon on Utica Avenue. We thought the location was good as far as foot traffic. And the idea of us, because we all have regular jobs, the idea of us not having to be there and still bringing money. That was because we wasn't able to be there only on weekends. So that was the idea.
Yeah, my sister loved that spot. She used to go there often.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit was. I don't even know if I can get into some of the details, but definitely live and learn. And I don't see myself working with people on a day-to-day basis again. That shit is too much.
So, because also in the interest of preserving names, but at the same time wanting to be messy, I was about to say names.
Oh, nah. I
had to stop myself.
Yeah,
right?
Nah. I had J Money cut that out. Yeah, nah.
But what would you do in your next venture if you're planning on going to another venture besides not working with people, which I don't think is the right choice? Because I think
on a day-to-day basis.
On a day-to-day
that
basis.
Part is super important.
So you're talking about the actual owners of the businesses that were working in the shop, not the people that was like owning the shop with you.
Oh no. That's good. That side is good. It's working with people that's working for you, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, your employees.
Contractors.
Got you.
Contractors, working with day-to-day contractors. I wouldn't do that again. Of course I work with people now. I work with parents. And that's a lot more easier because they want to do what's best for their child. So I have little to no struggles as far as that aspect of my business. But when you're working with people that are contractors and that are making their money by providing a service at your place of business, it could be tough. Because what do you do when somebody says I don't have it?
Tell them to charge more on their OnlyFans.
It's done. You can really do.
Wow.
Hey, yo, you might want to raise the prices.
Still women's
on
man. Let's be respectful.
raise the price on OnlyFans.
What are you
To
doing?
pay for this chair.
Nah.
Wow.
It was rough, man. Like, definitely a learning experience. I'm glad I went through that experience because, yeah, he's wild for saying that.
I'm gonna.
He's wild.
No, this
nice,
is not me.
a nice.
Yeah.
Yo, on the video version. Oh, I'm editing this. Yo,
Damn, man.
I'm glad I went through
Let
that.
in our world, man.
Yo, son.
nah, you wildin'.
Yo,
He's
son.
wildin'. He's wildin'. He is wildin'.
He tripping.
That's what he joked. That's what he joked.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I went through that just to be prepared for my next business ventures.
Yo, we're too mature for this, man.
What's wrong with this?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, what's wrong with this?
That's crazy. You can't say that.
Yeah. Nigga, I'm taking this whole shit out.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own
I'm
world,
taking
though,
this.
right?
Yo, relax, nigga. Yo, what's wrong with you?
Can't say that. But, you know, it was good. It was good. And, you know, like I just said, my nonprofit organization's been lucrative for me for the last 3 years. We've been doing it for 5.
You want to shout them out? Tell them where to find you?
Oh, Muda Chains Academy. MudaChainsAcademy.org is the website. On all socials is Muda Chains Academy. But yeah, so our events there is just getting bigger. Doing things like that, and then coming from the party world, made it easier for me to transition to doing sporting events. Getting people to come out to games is real simple. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's tough, but it's not too much.
Do you enjoy the impact that you're having on the youth when you're?
I love it, man. I love it. I plan on having kids soon, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to dedicate towards Move the Chains moving forward, but I'm putting people in place to kind of fill that void if I had to take a step back right now.
Yeah, it looks like you have a good team behind you.
Oh, we got
right?
yes. Definitely grew, man. Oh my God. Definitely grew. We got I want to shout out Coach Youssef, man. Coach Youssef is stepping up crazy, man. Crazy.
And when you're passionate about what you do, man, people who are passionate just like you is great.
Yeah.
That can feed off each other and continue to grow and continue to expand.
Yeah, so definitely in that aspect, it's amazing. I definitely do plan on starting another business. But it has to be right. It has to be ran right, it has to be thought out. It has to have like a 3-year plan in place. And then also with a plan, what I realized, I want to shout out JR from Upper Echelon Entertainment. I want to shout out JR. In your business plan, you want to have room for mistakes, and you want to put in the business plan, if things are to go left, what can you have in place to rebound or to overcome that hurdle? That's what I learned in these last 3 years. In people's business plan, they only have the good that can happen and the money that you can make. But what happens when you have a setback? What do you have in place as far as that?
Most businesses don't make a profit till about 4 or 5 years anyway.
For
So
sure.
you got to be able to have that cushion, right? And be able to realistically plan, and I like just have that pillow, like I said, that cushion. Man, I'm repeating myself.
And it went 3 years at All-Star Cuts.
It did.
It went 3 years, and we thought that after that 3rd year, shit was gonna be like more consistent. But like I said, dealing with people, man.
Sometimes you just gotta like try shit. Like trying shit is not a problem, right? Like anybody out here trying to do a business, like trying is honestly like one of the scariest things to do.
Oh, for sure. I definitely say get out there and do it. Though.
Yeah, but you owe it to yourself to at least try something.
For sure.
Continue, man.
Yeah, and just like keep grinding, man. StayBlessed is what, about year 4 at this point?
Wow.
Year 3.5, and taking some cuts, some setbacks, but I think the things that we got lined up in the coming months, just
Pushing with it.
yeah. But I think that's really, really dope. But one thing you did manage to say was brought up JR, my man's.
Yeah.
You brought up Upper Echelon.
Yeah.
That's a whole different subject. Damn, this might need a part 2.
Yo.
Yeah, this might need
So
a part 2.
what exactly is up with Upper Echelon, bro? The streets want to know.
We want to know, man.
You know what?
I haven't seen a Links and Drinks flyer.
Damn, man.
Naughty
And
on
that's
Ice.
and that's what
I saw Casino Night, but what the fuck is that?
yeah, I was.
If it ain't FanDuel, niggas ain't gambling.
Yeah, that was
Upper Echelon.
I'm sorry, Jay. I love you.
Is
You're hardworking.
Is a entertainment group, locally based in New York City.
What a run!
Upstate too. They had the
Upstate
city
as
on
well.
tilt, man.
You know, a lot of real high profile people. You know, were a part of Upper Echelon. They just throw a lot of events,
You know who you are.
parties.
Appreciate
You feel me? Used to be involved in a lot of shit.
Bro, you
know,
guys had the backyard lit, bro.
definitely
that?
the highlight of
Who does
COVID. I want to
that?
say was Upper Echelon. I think that year, y'all
saved everybody.
y'all
man.
saved my my mental. Niggas was cooped up in the
Yo.
house. Y'all found a way.
Bro.
So what exactly happened to Upper Echelon, bro? Like where is everybody? First of all, I hope everybody's doing good.
Hope y'all all doing well.
I think everybody's doing well. I took a crazy. We started Upper Echelon in 2011, so I think we went like 13 years. I want to say, and this could be a reach. I want to say Upper Echelon has made me just as much money as like my regular jobs. Like the run, yeah, I can't thank that time of life. That was like an amazing time. And like I said, people grow out of things. I thought I honestly, I never thought after that COVID run we had, I thought I was gonna be throwing parties till I was 50. Parties, events, brunches. I mean, COVID was crazy.
Yeah, COVID was insane.
COVID was crazy, man. But right now, like I said, I moved out to Jersey. I'm not in New York City. I come to Brooklyn like maybe twice a month. Barely here. And I just wasn't invested into throwing events like I was before, man. And JR tried to do it. And JR still trying to manage it and keep it afloat. We actually got to sit down and really figure out
what's next.
What we're doing. I have to no. I mean, I'll put it on JR. I have to sit down with JR and let JR know that I can't give what I gave before to Upper Echelon. And it's a lot to plan these events. Just to book everybody, have everybody in the right spot or at the right time. The DJ lineups, the night of or the day of the party, making sure everybody's in place.
People gotta get paid too.
Bro, posting. It's a lot, man. And like I said, yeah, it's been 12, 13 years of that.
So you make it sound like it's over, but do you think that run is past its prime?
In my head, honestly, I met Nick upstate New York, and when Nick DM me, and he's like, "Yo, can you take me under your wing?" I'm like, bro,
Nick is sick by the way.
I'm about to be out, bro. Like, I'm not taking nobody under my wing. I'm about to leave. I'm about to go back home. You're gonna be up here by yourself, upstate by yourself. Me and Lou was leaving. But then it hit me. I'm like, maybe I could bring this dude on, and he can help out with Upper Echelon when it's time for me to be done with it. So that was my plan, just to have people in place. Not only Nick, but we brought on a dude named Too Elite, DJ Too Elite.
Shout out to Elite.
They brought on some hookah girls. It was like a,
Shout
you know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. Echelon hookahs.
Oh, I think about shout out a name.
R.I.P.
Oh, he said R.I.P.
R.I.P. It changed the name now.
Hookahs.
Yeah,
Changed
so
the name now.
we was trying to just make the brand grow. Yeah, man. I think Jay-Z said if you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. I think it was Jay-Z, maybe Cameron. One of them niggas said that shit. One of them niggas said that shit. Yeah. So right now, where we stand right now, I'm not sure. We all gotta have a sit down and find out what's going on. But I would love for Upper Echelon to keep going, even if I'm not even a part of it. Because we had like the whole Links and Drink series that niggas spent a lot of time and effort. I mean, we even got the phrase Links and Drinks trademark. which costs money for us to do.
Yeah.
We had cups and shit like. So I definitely don't want to see it die down, but that's not in my cards right now, man. I'm shifting gears, shifting lanes in life, and doing pool parties and backyard parties and shit like that.
It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with it though. I mean, don't get me wrong. As a person who was there for a lot of those parties,
takes a lot.
It's certainly sad to feel like damn, like that run, that era is like. I don't want to say it's over. I don't think it's over.
That was like
you don't think it's over?
I don't think it's over.
I mean,
I don't want to say that because
Jordan 3-peat years.
Some of y'all niggas might come looking for me. And I don't want to be part of the rebrand. It's like, yo, Mike StayBlessed said it was over. Nah, I ain't doing that.
I mean, listen, I hope it's not.
Like, I have your Kobe run now.
If it is, I do want to do some kind of closure event. But then I feel like mad people that was attending our events.
They also grew up.
They also grew up. They got kids.
You grow with your crowd. Everybody got kids. They move, jobs.
It's the new market. Like, we were trying to set up sick, and the next generation, they were supposed to take over.
They were supposed to take over and get a new batch of y'all.
That's what should have happened.
That was the plan on paper, man. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough to have someone try to do what you do or just put in as much work as you do. And that's not coming at Nick. Nick did an amazing job coming in, especially with the sound and music and just setting up, breaking down. Too. Yeah, he did. He was doing his thing. He did his thing. But now even he got a kid, and he was like one of the young bucks in the group.
That's fair.
So yeah, people just growing up, just evolving, man. I hope my next venture is just as fun as running Upper Echelon, man. That was a fun time, man.
Hey man, I see that MTCA growing.
Yo, this is fun for me. This is almost as fun as throwing parties, like doing sporting events, putting together games, putting together camps. This is almost just as fun.
It's the same drive, just different, like a different
thing. Yeah, different thrill.
So, I definitely see because we work together. You hold me down with some opportunities to just provide some like graphics for y'all. But at the same time, it's like you see, like this is something that you're really invested in, and
man,
it was there when it started.
So like, what's the long-term goal of Move the Chains? You want to have an academy in different states?
Oh,
you want
long-term goal? I don't really have. I have like a 5-year goal. Maybe like 2 or 3.
League? Trying to coach in the league, bro?
Nah, I'm never trying to go. So, like in about 2 years. In about 2 years, I do want to open up a storefront where kids can come and get like tutoring, SAT prep, blah, 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 strength train, all of that in one facility.
Okay, that's
so we're in the phase right now where we're just trying to build the clientele. As soon as we get an abundance of clientele from ages 6 to 18, then we're going to move forward and just start creating storefronts and avenues where kids can better their lives through the game of football and basketball. We had a summer basketball team last year too.
Needed somebody to just compete with Rushmore, right?
Rushmore Elite, that's crazy.
Shout out to Rushmore Elite.
Oh shit.
That skills team. I'm sorry, I just had to be
versus Rushmore Elite.
Had to be a little messy to mess.
We played them, I think, last year. They beat us.
Real quick, just give a quick little PSA. We do have a growing parent audience.
Okay.
Both single mothers, single fathers.
Oh man.
So they kids need something to do right now from ages 6 to
18.
6 to 18. So a wide range.
Definitely.
Listen, I know a few of y'all personally, so I will be sending y'all some DMs. But if y'all want to put y'all kid in football, and also just have them around some good guys.
Good guys. I mean, we take college tours.
Yeah.
I mean, we have about 13 to 12-year-olds taking college tours. Went to Delaware State, West Virginia. We're going to the University of Delaware this weekend. We went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and took the kids to Coastal Carolina University.
Mm-hmm.
So, and these are kids that's in 8th grade, 7th grade. And then also our high school kids.
That's good.
So it's just not only football. Next year we'll actually have a actual college tour. We're going to rent a charter bus, and we'll do, I think, 12 colleges from here to North Carolina, and they'll come back and visit more colleges. So
that's good because you're ingraining in these kids like, there's a lot of opportunities out there.
Man. And I'm not saying college is the only way, but
You giving them an idea.
Yeah, man.
Start thinking about it now.
Are you scared to bring your kids to Cortland?
Wait, what?
Ask a question.
Scared to bring them?
Kids to Cortland.
I wouldn't bring my kids to Cortland. I wouldn't bring my kids to Cortland.
Would you take your kids to
Yo,
Port
is that
Watson?
train? Dad, why?
Yo, why'd you post Port Watson the other day? Why'd you post? Yo, that shit had me.
Would you take your kids to Port Watson?
Nah, they're still open. Have you checked?
Yeah, they open. I was there. I didn't go. I didn't go in there, but I drove past it. It's open. Port Watson is a conference center upstate where. Child, actually, oh shit, the anniversary's coming up very soon. How can I forget? April 2nd. No, so shout out to what's that shit called? Yeah, shout out to Port Watson Community Center. Those was getting my flowers for today, honestly. We had a party up there and it turned into a big riot, turned into a big brawl, changed the landscape of Cortland forever. I don't think literally nothing was the same after that, man. Like chairs flew. Walls were being punched in, holes were being punched.
People were being stomped
out.
Yeah, man. They threw printers. Some of my mans got stomped out, broke shoulders, concussions.
And it was all Lou's fault.
It wasn't skillful. It wasn't skillful. It was not skills' fault, man. But yeah, man, shout out to Port Watson. Those was getting my flowers.
What a time.
You have somebody want to give you flowers too, since we gotta wrap it up?
Yeah, we might need a part two.
We have to get.
I want to give my flowers to you guys. One, for staying consistent. Another way to give flowers as well is for staying in the same studio. Shout out to fucking J Money. Whatever kind of business relationship you guys have with this studio is amazing. Because you guys know from our experience, in 5 years, we went through 4 studios.
Thanks.
4 studios. So that just kind of gives you some backstory on our adventures. Lou thought he had a gold mine with 1 studio. We ended up in a 360.
A studio 360.
That's nasty.
Yo!
It's disgusting.
We thought we had something going. Lou had a signed contract. We ended up in a 360.
For a podcast studio? Yo, it's insane.
That was crazy. We got locked in, I think, for 6 months or 8 months. One of them shits. That was crazy. Yo, so like I said, and shout out to those dudes over there. It's no shade. Niggas just didn't know exactly what we were signing.
I want to see that contract. I'm so curious.
Yo,
nah, bro.
we got locked in for 8 months, man. 2 episodes or 3 episodes a month.
So what did you have to do if you didn't fulfill that?
So I would never expose those guys. They was right on their end as far as business wise. We just didn't. I don't think we was really sure what was going on. That's all I can say about that.
Hope to see y'all come back.
I'll give my flowers to all the BBLs and trains I feed. You try to trap my man. He's loyal, happy now. So yeah, man. I tried it, man.
Shout out to Miss Mac too, man. Shout out to Miss Mac. Yeah, man. How do you feel when you hear that, Miss Mac?
Who's that?
Miss Mac, your girl, bro.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We haven't gotten there yet to Miss Mac, but she's about to get a PhD, so I'm trying to.
Oh, yeah, you better lock it down.
Word now,
better
right?
lock that down.
Yeah.
Listen, man. That country?
She talking about hyphenating.
Oh yeah, that country, yeah.
Hyphenating.
That country pump out some gems. Better lock them down.
Yeah.
Pump some gems out. PhD?
Yeah, man. So.
Last question though, how big the bag has to be if somebody wanted to yo, can you DJ one more time? Can I get DJ?
I don't think I can DJ.
You think you can do it no more?
I think you can do it.
No.
That's a great question.
No, you good barbecue DJ?
I don't think I could DJ right now.
At all?
I really don't think I could DJ. That's why I wanted to buy a set, just to see what the fuck.
If you buy a set, you're gonna DJ again.
If you buy a set, you never forget. Sorry,
do you?
That came out wrong.
If you buy a set, you might DJ again.
You might once you get into it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If somebody was to book me right now, Like people still hit me up. Somebody from Cortland hit me up. Last thing, somebody from Cortland hit me up. Like, have you been around? She's like, oh my God, I got referred to contact you, blah, blah, blah. What's your rates? I'm like, yo, you would know my rates better than me. What the fuck? I don't have a rate.
I'm retired.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, hit Nick up, man.
You still around?
Yeah. What? Who referred you?
Might have been me.
That was super far-fetched, man.
Oh, man. Shout out to all the BBLs on Train Feed. That's not from me. That's from Eon.
So, man, shout out, man. Try to take you or you try to trap my man.
Now I
You're
wanna
stronger
end
than
it.
that, bro.
Yeah,
Listen,
I can't.
real quick before we end, just want to give some small announcements. So we have an official day locked in for the You Goody Awards 2023.
Like that.
2024, sorry. And then we also got something big coming this summer. We gotta like cross our T's and dot our I's. But
we hitting all our
Do a
Hit all our
brunch,
goals
do a
quick,
brunch,
man.
man. That brunch that you hosted,
which bunch? Yours?
yeah, man. That was one of my best like events, like proud events.
Yeah, man. We
this needs a part two, man. This needs a part
yeah.
two.
Felt real
Train,
good
you
about
gotta
that.
come back.
Yeah.
Train, you gotta come
definitely,
back.
man.
Bring some of your friends with you too, man.
Yeah,
Like
man.
Lou, I meant Lou. I thought I was gonna say something crazy like, yo, bring your BBL friends.
BBL friends.
Yeah, you thought I was gonna say something crazy, man.
Nah, man.
So let's wrap it up, man. With that being said, man, this has been another episode of the You Good Podcast, man. I'm the most dangerous DJ, with my co-host
Scary Pop Brother Mike, stay blessed, signing out.
and our guest, man.
All right.
Tell them where to find you too, man.
I don't even know where to find me. Oh, Coach Mac.
Yeah.
You still follow me on Train_UE
Until you delete
for the last month.
For the last month.
I'm going in May, but let's stuck it out till May. Train_UE.
What about your Coach Mac page?
Oh, Coach Mac 57.
And then follow Move the Chains Academy.
Yes, sir.
So you can find them nonprofit. That being said, y'all, this has been an episode. Hope y'all good. Take care of yourselves always. And we're signing out, y'all. Take care of yourselves. No gunshots.
No gunshots today. No gunshots today.
Oh, man.